drink a cup of coffee and soon after you have to go pee and your bladder's not full, you very likely got mold toxin in your coffee.
Well, let's talk about a couple of these toxins that I find routinely that we know are both, whether they're neurotoxic or whether they're going to cause, arthritic type symptoms or fatigue or all the things. Let's start with something that is literally put in wine, and we
And
find it
coffee.
in coffee and we find it in grains, and that's ochratoxin.
Ochratoxin is a common environmental mold. Uh, Actually, it's a mold toxin, not just a mold. And ochratoxin is particularly bad for your bladder and your kidneys. In recent studies showed as a direct mitochondrial toxin. So I'm bringing this up because ochratoxin A is such a common poison in coffee, and it happens during the fermentation of the coffee beans long before they're roasted. Problem is that in the US, there is no government standard for this mold toxin. What that means is it'll be in your coffee because when it's illegal to sell coffee in Japan or China or Europe, they will send the dirty coffee here. So different cups of coffee can make you feel very different, especially if you're mold sensitive. For me, I discovered this because after 5 years of no coffee, I had a cup of coffee and I felt so good. And then the next day I had a different cup of high-end coffee and I felt like crap. I'm like, I couldn't have got allergic to coffee in one day. So something else. And when I unpacked all this, I'm like, oh my God, it's in wine, it's in beer, it's in grain, and it's in the air. And it affects your mitochondria, which is that jittery, tired, I need sugar feeling. Because my lab data showed I was exposed by breathing it, and I know that it's in coffee, I still to this day feel a difference from street coffee. So understanding that this toxin is there, and here's how you can tell. If you drink a cup of coffee and soon after you have to go pee and your bladder's not full, you very likely got mold toxin in your coffee because it is so toxic to the kidney and bladder, the body will dehydrate you. It'll pull water out of the blood to dilute the toxin and it'll give you an urgent signal to pee. And then you go to pee and there's just a half a cup comes out. You're like, that's weird. When I really have to pee, I should be having, 2 or 3 cups of urine. So why did you get that signal? It's your body protecting you. And it's a clear sign that something was toxic or irritating. And it's going to be either oxalate or it's going to be mycotoxin.